Hello, this is Alpha Advisors. Today's theme is about MBA preparation. Is it really possible to get into top programs like Stanford in just a few months? You probably hear that MBA preparation usually takes more than a year, and the cost can be enormous. What is the real amount of time needed for MBA preparation? When should you start? These are common questions we receive. How much time does it take to prepare for an MBA? I want to pursue it, but should I apply for this year or next year? I'm not confident in my GMAT or TOEFL scores. Should I defer applying until I get a solid score? These kinds of inquiries are quite common. Many people believe that MBA preparation typically takes 1 to 2 years. However, let's first acknowledge that spending that much time might not be worth it, as it could result in age advancement and missed career opportunities. The common perception of extensive preparation time is due to the time required to improve GMAT or TOEFL scores. Indeed, GMAT and TOEFL can be challenging. It can be tough, especially for those less familiar with English and/or math. Some may even consider giving up on taking the exams, but that's preposterous. That, however, is a thing of the past. Nowadays, it is not necessary at all. At Alpha Advisors, almost everyone improves their English and math test scores within 2 to 6 months, submits their applications, and successfully gets accepted into top MBA programs. Next, let's discuss the advantages and disadvantages of early application. Firstly, you may have heard stories of MBA graduates struggling with GMAT and TOEFL scores. However, nowadays, many MBA programs accept GRE on behalf of GMAT, which is for most applicants easier to improve their scores. Additionally, some MBA programs, including executive MBA programs and mid-career MBA programs targeting individuals in their 30s-40s, accept executive assessment (EA) scores. GRE and EA allow you to achieve the required scores in a much shorter period compared to GMAT. Most students in Alpha obtain sufficient scores in 2 to 6 months for GRE and 1 to 3 months for EA. Regarding English proficiency, most programs accept IELTS, which is easier to improve compared to TOEFL, and some even accept tests easier to tackle like PTE and Duolingo. We are now in an era where you don't need to spend months trying to slightly improve your GMAT and TOEFL scores. Also, pursuing high GMAT or TOEFL scores over an extended period can lead to stagnant scores or losing motivation, causing some to give up. By preparing efficiently with GRE, EA, IELTS, Duolingo, or PTE, you can aim for your target program in a shorter time frame. Thirdly, many might think that obtaining high GMAT and TOEFL scores is essential for acceptance. However, what admission officers value more are your resume, essays, and recommendation letters. Even if your test scores are excellent, poor essays and other factors can prevent acceptance. Therefore, focusing on improving scores efficiently and using more time on enhancing the quality of your resume, essays, and recommendations are key to getting accepted. Fourth, by starting your preparation early and seeking MBA counseling, you may encounter career opportunities you haven't considered before. Through consultations with counselors, you might find new paths that align with your strengths and interests. Lastly, an MBA degree provides everyone with a significant career advancement opportunity, but pursuing it at a younger age will lead to more opportunities after graduation. MBA shouldn't be only about getting accepted, it's crucial to consider what lies beyond acceptance. Early action is vital. Next, let's look at the disadvantages of early application. Some might worry about rushing the early application and ending up with inadequate test scores. It's true that spending more time might increase the possibility of achieving higher scores. However, compared to slightly raising your scores after a substantial amount of time, focusing on efficient score improvements and enhancing the quality of your resume, essays, and recommendations will expand your chances of acceptance and post-graduation opportunities. Also, early applications might limit the time you have to apply to other universities and programs. We don't recommend applying at random. Depending on your career goals, we will advise you to strategically apply to programs that align with those goals. Getting accepted into an MBA program which doesn't align with your career goals could, in fact, hinder your goal achievement. Preparing for an early application means completing your preparation in a short period, leading to concerns about increased stress and pressure. MBA acceptance is indeed a challenging journey, but at Alpha, we start by identifying your long-term goals. Having a clear long-term goal increases motivation, enabling you to persevere until you achieve acceptance. On the other hand, if your long-term goal is uncertain, maintaining motivation might be challenging. In such a case, constantly studying for months to achieve minimal score improvements could lead to even more stress and pressure. We strongly recommend those considering MBA to apply early with less preparation time possible. Let's move beyond the conventional preparation period and create favorable circumstances for ourselves through early action. Early application is an essential element in considering your future career. At Alpha, most individuals achieve at least one acceptance in 1 to 6 months towards their early MBA acceptance and career advancement goals. Indeed, there is a student who got admitted to top programs such as Stanford, Columbia and USC in just 5 months. Whether you are aiming for an MBA, interested in the process, or facing career dilemmas, consult Alpha now.